Welcome back to Local 6 Legal Line on Local 6 Midday, visiting with attorneys from the Bryant Law Center, Paducah, Mayfield, and Louisville. More specifically, Austin Kennedy in the middle, Kevin Shannon to my far left. You're right, discussing personal injury. 1-888-208-6946, the number to call if you have a question. And we will start off with Jennifer, who said, I had a back injury at work and now workers' comp is denying my claim because I've had prior back surgeries that were unrelated to my work accident. Is there anything I can do?
I mean, there's definitely something you can do. You could file your claim with the Department of Workers' Claims and get a scheduling order to have a hearing in front of a judge. Having a prior back injury is not going to be a reason to preclude you from making a claim on a work-related injury. Now, a lot of times people have pre-existing back conditions that are dormant for years, and then you have an injury at work and it aggravates it. And the key there is to get your medical records and your diagnostic testing from after your prior surgery and then to what it is current to see any kind of change in the integrity of the equipment that's in your back, whether it's screws or anything else in there, to see if there's any changes that have been made since that prior surgery. But on ones like that, they tend to have to be filed with the Department of Workers' Claims, and they tend to have to be litigated. And so I would definitely encourage you to go ahead and contact a lawyer.
Ronald says, I have a severe injury from a motorcycle accident. Is there any way that I can get guaranteed funds to help with the surgeries that I may need down the road?
Well, that one is a tough one. Need a little more facts. If there was another vehicle that was responsible for the accident, then it's possible. But typically, when you settle your personal injury claim, that settlement will include medical expenses that you are reasonably certain to incur in the future as a result of the accident. It's a pretty high bar to clear. You'll have to have some help from your doctors to put the proper documentation together. It's not like, say, a work comp situation where you can settle your case and just retain the right to make a claim for future medical expenses at some unknown point in the future. So I think it's one that'll be fairly complicated. You're probably going to want to get some help on.
I have a question more related to work comp on this one, so this one's coming your way, Austin. The guy says that the work comp carrier scheduled me for a visit with a doctor that's out of town. It's going to be difficult for me to meet this appointment. Do I have to go?
I mean, yeah, you do really have to go. It's one of those things that if you aren't compliant as a patient, then they could terminate your benefits, whether that's the wage loss they're paying, which is called TTD, or the medicals. Just like you have the right with work comp in Kentucky to name your treating physician, that doctor's responsible for not only your care but also referring you to other specialists if necessary. Work comp has the right to send you to what's called an IME doctor, an independent medical evaluator. And usually there's two reasons why they would choose to do that. They're getting to the point where maybe you've had medical treatment and you're still in the recovery phase, and they're looking for these magic words for the doctor to say, which is maximum medical improvement, or in layman's terms, you're as good as you're going to be. They want the doctor to say that so that they can terminate that TTD. They can terminate that wage loss benefits. The second reason they tend to send people to IMEs is just to get an opinion on whether or not a proposed procedure from the treating doctor is actually reasonable and necessary, whether or not they need to pay for it. But I would say you do have to go, and it's usually at that juncture where you probably need to go ahead and contact a lawyer as well.
Personal injury is the topic, and we'll get into part 2 of today's Local 6 Legal Line when we return in just a moment with the attorneys from the Bryant Law Center. That's next on Local 6 Midday.